So, here we are. We've made it. It's time. Does
Keep
anybody?
giving us even more strategies, Bella.
What?
What? That'd be
That's all we need.
awesome.
It worked out so well last session.
What happened last session?
You didn't watch
What,
it?
you
had
didn't
yet
watch
another-
last session? Oh,
Every
man.
time you're gone, you have an amazing session. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
You got to see. I'll let you know in the recap.
Okay. Speaking of, does anybody have any backstory sequences they wanted to share? Otherwise, I'm gonna ask you guys a factspiration question. Nobody? Nobody? Going once? Going twice? All right. It's no. My mouse sensitivity is all over the place. Okay, here we go. Alright. 116. Let's see. 116 is... Do you have any family pets? Did you have... So this is the family category, by the way. Friends and family. Did you have any family pets? And most memorable one. That's nice. That's a nice one. I definitely won't have the bad guys go find your family pet and hold them hostage. So, this isn't that kind of game. But in a different game, yes. Alright, so does anybody want to answer that question? Think about it, and then we need the recap. Alright, we got a 4 for Bellinor for the recap. Going once. Going twice. I guess Bellinor is recapping the adventure. Go for it.
All right. Our session began in combat with the Spellscar Marauders at their desert stronghold. Zach and I fought side by side as bandits dive-bombed us. The Smog Giant knocked out Zenny and proceeded to carry her about the base. As the rounds carried on, we began to hear alarming sounds in the distance that were revealed to be incoming Jackalope Kaiju monster, which is quite terrifying. After the bandit leader was fully petrified by our Dracolisk ally, the bandits began to flee the battlefield as the kaiju grew closer. We seized the opportunity to rush into the fort and grab our things and save Zenny, but at that moment, as the kaiju is bearing down upon us and we thought it was about to destroy the base, another kaiju showed up and drew its attention. I guess kaiju season is coming early this year. And then we utilized this moment where the threat was neutralized to make way to the crashed airship, where we turned in the necessary parts to repair it and got the thing back in the sky, and began our journey back to Alkenstar. After a breakfast of the greatest waffles ever made, we heard the captain call over the intercom that the Chimera was once again attacking the ship in partnership with its metal scamp minions. We set up on top of the deck, set up on the top deck and prepared to repel it using the massive ballistas aboard the ship, but then something unexpected happened. In the typical fashion, Stack the Deck opened with magic and caused a wild surge that, at first, was unclear in its effect. Only once the attack started flying did we realize the damage caused seemed to heal the target intended. After a couple rounds, this began to feel futile, so I proposed to the Chimera that we call the whole thing off, and despite my low diplomacy, it seemed to share my sentiment and buggered off. I slightly suspect that it could have chosen to simply destroy the ship despite this effect, so I'm pretty grateful that it didn't try, because we would have been hopeless to stop it if that had been the case.
No, because all damage would have been
all
healing.
Damage? Okay,
it would have been healing. It would have healed the ship. Yeah, because the ship and the ballista were caught in the breath weapon and were also healed.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
the ship would have started getting broken apart immediately if we hadn't had that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Well, that turned out quite in our favor. We managed to get a pretty easy level up from that, and then once the battle concluded, we just continued on our journey to Alkenstar. We got some cutscenes where we watched Ambrose Mugland and his conflict with everyone that he does business with. It's becoming clear that our actions are shaking people's confidence in him, and as always, he's up to some kind of scheme to stay on top. He plans to target something with Pyronite as a demonstration for the world to gain interest, and it looks like we'll have our hands full when we get back to the city.
Yeah, well done. All right.
Wow.
Proof of concept that magic, especially wild magic, is your most powerful asset, and you guys should just use that all the time. Yep. Also, I love how you called it an easy level up. when it encompassed literally every moment of your lives.
What I was thinking.
leading up to that. That was just
For
the-
sure.
Yeah, but
But-
PMA. That's what I'm talking about.
You know, we
I
could have gotten
peasant.
knocked out of the sky again, and I don't know where we would have gotten repair parts this time.
Fair. You would have just gotten further delayed probably because you had the Sphinx, so you could have chopped up the Sphinx, I guess.
Oh, poor
Oh.
Sphinx. But yeah, but then we would have been in the middle of the desert for kaiju season, and
Man. All right. Who would like to answer? Take your third hero point. Who would like to answer the question? Did you have any family pets? Most memorable one. Oh man, an 18 coming in strong for possibly a double feature. Oh, almost dethroned
Almost.
by Walter. All right, going once, going twice. All right, Bellinora double feature.
So
What
there are
pet?
two things that come to mind for pets. She
Yeah.
did not have like traditional cat dogs growing up, but her father kept an alarming amount of dire donkeys around in the stables, and most of them were named Fanlin.
Wow.
Yep, he never quite got over that. And then the thing that really stands out in her mind as kind of a pet is Stu. Stu's kind of her pet in a way, but they take care of each other.
That's rough. Okay. I think if all of our pets IRL could talk, some of them would be as judgmental as Stu.
Oh,
I just-
yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like that would be a
They
thing.
see us at our worst.
Yeah. Thank God Scribbles can't talk. Oh my God. All right. While you may ask any willing PC the same question, or any NPC you've met during your adventure.
I'm curious to know what Walter had, if he has some distant, long-lost memory of a pet.
All right, you willing to answer the question, Walter?
You have the option to second place.
No? Yes? Can't.
It's mysterious.
All right,
All right.
I'll pass it down to Zenny if she's willing to
Denny,
answer.
you willing to answer?
You willing to work
It
for
doesn't
free?
work without pay.
Oh, damn. All right, ask an NPC then.
You've missed your chance.
All right. You know what? I'd like to know if Ambrose Muglin had a pet and how he would have treated it.
Okay, yeah, sure. So when Ambrose Muglin was a kid, I got his dossier here. He's got a whole one-page backstory. Imagine that if a 5e adventure provided you a one-page backstory for your villain, so you actually had a vague idea of what they were about. Anyways, yeah. So he grew up on the mean streets of Alkenstar. Not an orphan, but incredibly impoverished. He never knew his father, and his mother did whatever it took to get things, to put food on the table. We'll just leave it at that. As such, money was always a concern. He was not allowed to have any pets because she's breaking her back on her back day and night just to put food on the table, and we're not gonna, we're not wasting a single scrap of that food on an animal or a pet or whatever. But Muglin did have a stray dog that lived in the alley behind the tavern where his mother worked, and the two of them were given like a broom closet to sleep in. And he would sneak scraps out to the dog and take care of it. But yeah, one day a drunk from the bar came out and was pissing in the alley, and thought it'd be funny to piss on the dog. Muglin tried to stop him. The man beat up Muglin and shot the dog. That was the first man Muglin ever killed.
Wow, yeah, I got my money worth on that story. Great.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. Let's see. Oh, I guess that is what started his spiral into crime. Yeah, because then at the age of 12, he joined his first gang.
You know, I didn't expect this to be such an impactful story, but
I mean, people's pets,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a John Wick moment.
Yeah. All right. Cool. With all of that out of the way, we will begin the adventure.
You got an extemporary effect for me?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's see who makes those. Dunsmith makes those. Here we go. She makes the Faxpos. Yep, here we go. At the Faxpo factory downtown. All right, let me grab you guys some music. Let's see. Zoomed in real close. Oh, geez. There we go.
Can y'all hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Okay.
Not sure why you were keeping yourself such a secret before, but it's good that you're back.
Yeah, fucking technology.
Yeah. I don't know. My headphones had an update and then they have a new identity, I guess, with their update, and so everything that they're registered to is like, I don't know you. So I've had to go to like every program that uses my headphones and be like, these are the headphones. Yeah, these are the headphones that you're using yesterday. They're okay. You can believe them, and they're just like, I don't know. But according to Discord, they're now certified. Yep, they have a little box next to the headphones that says certified, whatever the fuck that means. I don't know how much they had to pay Discord to get the certified tag.
Is it like paying Twitter? Oh, sorry, X getting certified.
Yeah, there's a little blue check next to my headphones now, so you know not to interact with them. All right. You guys have returned to the city. The airship touches down, and there is a wariness that you guys feel as a group kind of rises up around you. Anything's possible. Anything can happen. What has changed in the city since you've been gone? Well, the first thing that happens is the newspaper kid runs by with the newspaper. And I guess one of you will snatch a newspaper from this child and give him his bits or whatever. So, originally I was like, I'm going to make fresh newspapers in Photoshop every time there's a newspaper. That died real quick. But I'll give you the top 3 things from the newspaper, and you'll also have access to the sheets. That's the most important part, is knowing what's coming. Especially for you guys. So, the top 3 stories are wave of murders sweeps city. That's the sensationalized headline. And the wave of murders that sweeps the city is it basically digs into people from all walks of life are being found dead or are not being found at all. They're going missing. And this has been happening for about a week or so now. Citizens are concerned. The government has been talking about putting into effect a curfew. But they're afraid of how that will affect night business. So, yeah. You may roll a society... Sorry, just give me a recall knowledge about the article to see if you notice anything in particular about it.
Good time. I just took Underworld lore.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Man, you guys must be kind of tired here. All right, let's see.
Oh.
Hero point.
Hero point. Oh my gosh. All right.
My hero points are actually broken. I tried to refresh my cards.
Oh, you have to use them, I think, to get rid of them.
Yeah. Oh. Hold on. Guess I don't need to reroll that. There's a fresh one.
Oh wow. Okay, so Bella, my bad. Once you put your readers on and you read the article a second time, it all makes sense. You know for a fact that a lot of the names of people that have gone missing or have shown up dead are affiliated with the Alkenstar government, either as informants, advisors, or ... possible agents? Question mark.
I inform the group and I say we got to get to Phoebe. See what's going on with.
The next article is where is it? Oh, yeah. Be on the lookout for these criminals, and it's you guys. They have they're unable to release all the evidence, but they strongly believe that this particular band of desperados, and someone can have a hero point if they name this band of desperados right now for the newspaper, are wanted for murder, embezzlement, identity theft, intellectual property theft. Like, the list of crimes just goes on and on and on. And I guess if any of you were ever short on money, you could turn each other in. Currently, your bounty is at 300 gold a pop.
I believe we're called No Barrel Left Behind.
Bella looks up from the paper. Is like, yeah, but we never really agreed to that name. I thought it might be cool if you're called the Wild Cards.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing.
I feel like that would encourage Stack too much.
Well,
Stack's
gonna do what Stack's gonna do.
All right,
He
we have
needs a rolled up newspaper smacked against his nose.
Dang, I mean, not wrong, but you have 2 votes for wild cards. Is there?
I'll vote it for it too, though.
Oh, you will vote for it?
Out of character, vote for it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Bella, you're full up on hero points?
Nope, just spent one.
Oh, wow. Well, it's immediately refunded. All right, so each member of the wild cards is worth a 300 gold piece bounty, including Vashon Gattleby, who's apparently been a criminal this entire time. It makes sense since his lab assistant that he was having an illicit affair with, breaking the fraternization rules of the college, probably cousined him in to her gang, or vice versa.
What's with you people and trying to get notoriety?
Such a bad influence on Vashon, Bella.
What's good for you, Walter, is that they're,
they're
after
looking for a robot.
Yeah, they're looking for a robot named Vulture. So you're doing A-okay.
I'm perfectly
and
fine. Sucks
great
for y'all.
news, great news, Zenny. They're looking for a dragon who they have a picture where it's like split down the middle, and so it's like a dragon on like half, like Two-Face. It's like a dragon, but then it's also like the elf persona. Yeah.
Sick.
That'd be a pretty cool wanted poster. I might actually doctor that one up. That sounds pretty dope. Yeah. All right.
Bellanova, we could do with like 300 gold, right? Like, we really need Vashon.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
No, but think about it.
I need Vashon.
Do you?
do.
He's made so much improvements lately.
Has he?
He has?
We'll see. Let's see if they hold up while we're in the city.
I feel like those improvements are just going to make him even more punchable.
His punchability has never been the problem.
No, it's always been a problem.
The last article is a whisper or a bang, Pyronite. And it's an entire article about how no one can stop talking about, thinking about, or trying to create Pyronite. The government has stepped in and is trying to put into legislation that the development and refinement and experimentation of Pyronite is illegal for private citizens. They're also putting out a warning that dangerous people and organizations might have their eyes on the product, and for people to stay as far away from it as possible. Of course, in a city like this, that is only encouraging people even more.
So that's just an advertisement for Pyronite.
Yeah. So,
whose idea was it to put this article into the paper anyway?
Well, that particular article is written by Alson Human.
Oh god.
The one slandering you guys was written by Bob Bobbington, and then the one about the wave of murders was written by Susan Pineapple.
I'm still recovering from a sickness, so this is literally killing me on the inside.
So what if we just like let this town sort itself out? You know, like it's gonna like turn itself into a crater with this like, pyronite sooner or later. Maybe it was just meant to be.
Oh.
Or wasn't meant to
Feeling
be.
some amount of responsibility for the craze around this chemical, I do feel the need to intervene.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. So as you guys are standing in the hangar, I guess, reading the paper, looking around, trying not to get recognized, Vashon puts on his incredible disguise and suddenly is a different person entirely. Money well spent. How are the rest of you going to get around town? I'll say you're good and you're good.
Well, let's put on a hat of disguise.
Okay.
What time is it?
What's the play here, Ketrin? You a ghost? I guess
you
a
arrest
ghost. A ghost could still have an illusion. You'd just be an illusionary ghost.
Yeah, that was going to be my thing. Does my hat of disguise just turn me into a different ghost?
Yeah, you would just be a different ghost.
Okay. But also, like, clearly, I have already suffered my punishment because I am dead.
Ooh.
Like, can they arrest a ghost? I don't
does.
think so.
It does say dead or alive for the bounty.
Oh, fine.
All right, and there's a little asterisk, and then at the bottom it says this includes the following undead statuses.
And you know that here in Pathfinder Land, there's ways to find ghosts. Yeah, there's absolutely some kind of Ghostbuster device.
Yeah, if anything, it's more enticing to some bounty hunters to track you down if you're a ghost. All right, so I have to advance the clock 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you guys have come back on a star day. To some, it feels like a Saturday. And it is 8 o'clock in the morning upon your arrival. So you are in the month of Rova. I will go and get you your sheets for the day, or in tomorrow. This will help you determine, well, hopefully a lot of things. So let's see. We'll do the 3rd. I'll give you the 3rd through, we'll say the 3rd through the 5th. There you go. It's been a while since you've been able to see what's coming. There we go. And I'll pin that into chat.
That's 8 a.m.
All right. Now keep in mind you are Skyside, so Skyside does have a higher chance of magical surge. It's a 5 or less at 8 a.m. Now you can hang out in the airship, I guess, until 2 p.m., which will give you a much lower chance of causing a wild surge because it'll be bronze time. It'd only be a 5% chance at that point. Or you could just head out into the world.
My hat's on already.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
We got shit to do, guys. We've been gone for too long.
All right. Put on these hats, I guess.
I've become completely desensitized to wild.
I mean,
you've also been like down like hundreds of miles away from civilization. It's worse here.
All right. Let's see. Bella, you turn into. Let's see. Okay, you turn into a cat in a hat. Nice. All right. Stack, you turn into. Maybe. All right, here we go. You turn into a dude with a very scrunched face and some very tight-fitting spectacles. So there's Bella, and there's Stack.
One Piece
All right.
General.
Right? And then, Katrin, you turn into... Oh, okay. You turn into a rootin' tootin', six shooting lady with braids that loves showing off her shoulders. Alright. Now you can safely traverse the streets of Alkenstar without any issues. Okay, as you guys leave the hangar, this very adorable Knoll walks by, and he drops his sack lunch that he was carrying, and like he just didn't seem to notice, and he just keeps walking.
We pick it up
Oh, okay.
and
Nice.
inspect the contents.
Cool. Just to give you an idea of what I'm dealing with the other group, they were like, "Sir, you dropped your lunch," and they chased him down and tried to give him back his lunch. All right. So when you open the bag, you do see that there is a sack lunch inside, including what looks like a very delicious bologna sandwich.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Want to try all the new foods, Vulture?
I mean, it wouldn't be new food since I haven't eaten actual food in probably centuries, but sure.
Did they have bologna back in the day?
I imagine.
I'm gonna ask you this all the time because I don't really know a lot of the lore for Pathfinder. So
neither do I, but I'm going to assume so.
Let's
Barrel through it.
I'm just gonna have you make up all of the lore for the past, and then we'll just make it the official content, and then Pathfinder kids
They're gonna
watching
yell
this.
at us.
Yeah, this will be
Lose
great.
their fucking mind.
Tell us in the chat if any of our historical facts are in fact wrong. I would love to love to know. Tell us in the comments. Do you just eat the bologna sandwich, I guess?
Look it through first.
I mean, he looks.
Oh.
I mean, he looks through it and then.
Okay, there's a note tucked into the bologna.
Oh, come on. He takes out the note and then he'll start eating it and then unfold the note.
Okay, it's a good sandwich. You're pretty sure this is dinosaur bologna. So, as you are reading the note, it says, B&B compromised. Head to VG's.
Is that Fashion's?
BG.
I assume she. Yeah.
Sounds about
Wait, so-
right.
Do you
Wait.
think she wants us to go to a Smokeside place or a Skyside place? Probably Skyside because we haven't been there.
We're in Skyside.
Yeah, but the gangs already know about his Smokeside place. They shook it down after we went through it.
Like discuss it. May as well check that one out.
We're already here.
All right. So,
Is there a flame nearby?
a who?
A fire nearby?
Oh, I see what you mean. No, but like a lot of people smoke. I mean, so if you need like a light.
Okay,
You know what I'm
then
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
he'll borrow someone's cigarette, crumple up the
Okay.
note, and then set it on fire.
Nice. All right. As you guys do that, and the time ticks on, you head over to Vashon's apartment, Skyside.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, right. Okay. So Vashon's apartment, Skyside, is actually relatively close. Let's see. Right there. I had to draw well off screen because I have like another shape that would have blocked the thing. All right. As you head over there, and look around, the city seems to be tense, like a coiled spring that isn't exactly sure when it can finally be sprung. The people move quickly and whisper as they go. And there's just a palpable sort of nervousness in the air. When you guys arrive at the high rise, Vashon approaches the guard at the front, and the guard holds up a hand and says, "Excuse me, what's your business here today?" And he explains, he doesn't know what to explain. He says, "About that, just a second.
You're a wanted criminal now.
Can we get a wild card huddle over here?"
Moving, of course, for the wildcard huddle.
Okay. So, why are we here?
We're owl exterminators.
Owl exterminators. Okay. We're just trying to get into the building.
Yes, so well, you can't say you're Vashon Gattleby and you'd like to go back into your apartment.
Fair. All right. Maybe somebody who's better at telling lies. I'm an honest man just trying to get by in this world. So. But why? What was that? There was a chuckle there. I heard a little bit of a chuckle. Is that you volunteering there, Stack?
Oh, sure.
Okay. All right. So Zach, you gonna turn around and head on over there? You got your cover story, your owl exterminators?
Yeah, we're Alex.
Or something.
Okay.
It's more of a metaphorical thing. We just need an excuse. You can come up with a better one. I encourage you to do so.
All right. We could say that he's like being captured and we're just collecting his belongings.
That's pretty good. On whose behalf?
Extended family or,
We're the Reaper Man and women. We're here to take that low life cretin his stuff because he owed loads of people with nasty names lots of money, and we're here to take his shit to pay up for what he can no longer pay for, because now he's going to be paying with his life when they catch him.
Oh my god.
That's an angle. I was gonna say getting evidence in for an investigation, but that's good too.
Golden Gunners. He borrowed money from him.
Yeah, people wouldn't want to stand between the Golden Gunners. That's a good idea, Zenny.
Better than my idea.
Yeah, but name drop the Golden Gunners because they're feared.
Mm-hmm. All right, I guess we go over there.
Okay.
We're ready with our cover story. We're ready.
All right. So the door guard sees you guys approach and says, holds up a hand and says, "Oh, hey, can't let you in there. What are you doing?"
Oh, we need to get in there to collect some valuables. That Gattleby fellow,
Oh,
that's
a damn shame about Mr. Gattleby. I can't believe he was a criminal this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes sense, though, when you think about it.
Yeah, and Golden Gunners are here to, collect on some debts.
Damn, well, the building's on high alert, because of, all the murders and whatnot. So, I'm only allowed to let authorized residents in, or, shield marshals. And he swallows hard because you did drop the Golden Gunners on him.
Well, that'd be a shame if the Golden Gunners couldn't get what they were looking for because of, what's your name again?
My name's William Tuckus.
Okay, Mr. Tuckus.
Uh,
Old God at this building.
You're gonna need to give me a DC 22 intimidation.
Alright. Intimidation.
Yeah. Yeah, placebo.
Oh wait, I have +0 on intimidation. Can I do just deception instead? Or
Deception would. I mean, you are lying to him, but it's more that like he kind of believed your lie right away. It's more like
okay.
yeah. It's more like is your lie and delivery of the lie enough that he would risk his
Can I
life?
push forwards and take over?
Yeah, sure. This would
You
be the
know,
party.
like,
This would be in a
just
party's all about.
Step in front of him, grab this guy by the throat, flash
Oh,
the teeth
shit.
and everything, and just be
Okay.
like, we don't have time for this.
All right, give me the
You know
intimidation.
who we are. You know why we're here. Let him assume the best.
Okay.
I assume it can be public, right?
Yeah. You'll know if you succeeded or not. Okay, 28. Yeah, 28 makes the roll. He says, I don't want no trouble with the Golden Gunners. Listen, just go in, but use the back door to go out, okay?
Sounds lovely.
All right.
And I'll walk on by.
Okay, so you guys head into the posh apartment building. So they have like an elevator, like two elevators. But in order to call the elevator, you have to punch in a code, or there are stairs.
Or there are stairs?
Yeah,
I vote stairs.
or there are stairs. Okay.
What floor do you live on that?
Oh,
Wash
it's
on.
sorry, yeah. Wash on. That'll be. Yeah, I'm up on the 20th floor.
20th?
And not.
Well, I
You
like
have the code.
Well, I like the code as last I knew it.
You change it often, really?
Well, I'm assuming if the building's on high alert. I mean, I'll try the code. He goes up. He looks over his shoulder because, like a person at the ATM, like he doesn't want you guys to see him punching the code. Does anybody try to watch him punching the code?
I feel like I already know this code.
Okay. Well, he punches in the code anyways. And there's just sort of from the panel.
Didn't like it.
Nah. Well, listen. No, it's early, yeah? Why don't we have a distraction? No, wait, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. Can anybody just act? How bad is 20 stairs? I've never gone up 20 stairs myself, but wait, it's more than 20 stairs, right? It's 20 flights of stairs. I mean, all that walking in the desert, I mean, we could probably handle it.
You were complaining the whole way.
All right, well, anybody want to just hack the elevator?
May I attempt to hack the elevator? With
yeah. I need
it's
a crafting, and you'd need thieves' tools.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like we have thieves' tools.
Okay.
Second.
The elevator to your right opens, and a woman comes out of the elevator, and she says, well, what are you doing to that elevator panel?
Just maintenance, ma'am.
Ugh! Hired help, disgusting. And she just goes past you. And that is how easy it is, folks, because no one actually wants to talk to service personnel. No checks required. Alright. Let's see. 28, yes. You tell the elevator, listen to me, bitch. You don't need a code right now. And the left hand, the right hand door stays open that she just stepped out of. All right, you guys all hustle into the elevator.
Yep, one crowded elevator full of us and B team members.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
go ahead.
keep in mind that this
Yeah.
ain't like a Streets of Rage elevator, right? Like this is the normal elevator that's like a 5-foot square, so you guys are sardine jam packed in there.
Yeah, but they always have like a warning sign being like, no more than 16 people in there.
Yeah,
And you can only fit like 4 people in.
No, I'm
Uh,
sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Speaking of B team, do we still have B team members, or did like a Suvu leave when we get back to the city?
Oh, so Kosawana, I have to ask, do you take him with you, or do you, like, he definitely tries to sneak off when you guys get back to town?
I guess I would just remind him that Muglin's probably looking for him, and
Okay.
that he would probably be taken prisoner if he was found.
Okay, okay. You may give me an intimidation or diplomacy. That's what we call it in this game, right? Diplomacy?
Mhm.
Dom was teasing me about that last night. Alright. Tomato, persuasion, diplomacy. Okay. You make a strong argument. So, he will stay with you guys for now. For his disguise, he takes off his glasses, and he stands up straighter.
He pulls off the Clark Kent.
Alright. So he's with you. And then Suvu would definitely leave. Yeah, she's had enough. She's going off on her own.
Mhm.
Okay.
Fair.
Don't worry, Stu's still with you. Stu probably needs a disguise as well. Vashon just puts a canvas sack over his head with 2 eye holes, so he looks like the little boy from the Trick or Treat movies.
Samwise? Wait, no, it's
Yeah, you know
Samwise.
the
No, it
one I'm
is
talking
Sam.
about.
It is Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, he looks like Sam from the Trick or Treat movies, which are cinematic masterpieces. All right, cool. So that's it, right? That's your whole B team. I think we covered it.
Oh, Sydney.
Oh, right.
Walter would have tossed her his hat disguise.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Then we got to do a quick rewind here for Sydney. Hey, she comes out with her name. That's great. Fixed it. All right. Let's see. All right. So her disguise is some kind of elf or maybe a Ifrit heritage elf. Getting some Ifrit heritage elf vibes there. All right, let's see if the hat malfunctions. 5 or less, no problem. No problem. Magic's so easy for the wild cards. Oh, I'm so excited you guys have a name now. That's great. Makes it easier to write recaps for the VODs. Okay, so you guys are riding up in the elevator. Elevator music is playing. It's kind of a tinny, sort of like cello type elevator music. It's a long elevator ride. It just seems like it's going on forever. All right. Vashon says, "Hey, it's been a while since I've been back. Honestly, I find this place to be a bit too stuffy. You know, I like to be in the grease. You know, in the dirt. That's where I feel most at home. But that's all right. I retain a cleaning lady, so place should be okay, unless they broke in and roughed it up. Though honestly, I think Rosa would probably just put it all back together anyways. She's a professional. Now I'm not saying it's because she's a halfling, but it could be, you know. Anyways, this is a stop. So you're let out into like a lobby, and from the lobby there are 4 doors. That's how posh this apartment complex is. There's only 4 apartments per floor. And he heads over to his apartment, and he fishes into his pants, and he pulls out a key. He holds his breath in case there's a bomb or something that's going to kill him, and he opens the apartment. He pauses, waiting for the explosion, waiting for an alarm, waiting for gunfire. Nothing happens. And he says, all right, well, I guess we're here.
Forgot how good your view was.
Yeah. Got a
you
good
decorated
shot at.
this place, you.
Well, I mean, it's a bit minimalistic, but yeah, I don't like too many distractions in my exterior world. That way, the distractions of my mind palace can really shine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Stack plops down. It's like, oh, really tasteful.
All right. You hear a toilet flush, hands being washed, and then this Noel comes out of the bathroom, and he says, "Hey, all right, you did eat the note. That's good.
Thanks for the sandwich.
Nah, you're welcome. Yeah, that's from Jerry's.
So,
You're back. That's good. I was getting tired of watching that airstrip. So, I mean, when you got a target on your head and everything is just sort of going to shit, I mean, it's getting a little nervous, I don't go in for them hats of disguise. Fortunately, most people think, one color is just the same as another. So, I've been spared any, back alley execution. So, that's good.
Yeah, so what's up with that?
Well, I could tell you, or you could just wait for Phoebe to get here, then she could explain how wonderful things are going. But, I mean, I could give you a preliminary. She's still probably going to want to explain it to you, though. You hear a ding from the kitchen, and he says, "Oh, that'd be my pizza." And he goes to get his pizza.
Bellinor, I think I finally see what you saw in Basha. I get it now.
He's like
Get
one
it.
of those magic eye posters. You kind of just gotta squint a little hard, but it is when you see it after the fact.
I get it. You just look away from him and look at the view.
All right. Boomer returns with a pizza, but it's one of those rough situations where it's an amazing pizza, like you pick up at the market and reheat at home, but there's a lot of you, and only one pizza.
Oh, well.
He sits down and he rolls the pizza up into a tube, and he just eats it.
Vulture was about to ask for a slice and then just looks at him.
Bell
I
looks
just-
And then
cheesy
just
frat
walks
guy.
away.
He smiles at you like this, and he says, "Hey, who are you? Well, that's an unusual disguise."
We can wait until Phoebe gets here.
Oh,
Where did
kind
you
of
get-
sounds like Vulture.
Because it is.
Oh, well, take off the hat. He's safe here. You don't have to be disguised.
He just waves over his head. Ain't no hat.
Also, I didn't want to point this out, but why are you a ghost?
I mean,
I want to put my hand through you, but I know I learned in sensitivity training that that's an inappropriate contact. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
can you
Yeah,
give me
it
a
is.
high five with it? He holds out his paw.
I will make an athletics check,
Okay.
and I will give him a high five.
Nice. Are you trying to use your new taught to you by Whoopi Goldberg ghost powers?
Yes.
Ooh, so that's a real. Okay. Oh man, he's I thought it would pass through. That's stinks. My paw pads. He gives him a gentle lick.
There you go.
You guys hear a knock at the door. Boomer heads over cautiously. All humor. Or no, I'm sorry. He heads over cautiously. Humor's still there, and he says, "Who is it?" And then the voice on the other side says, "A grocery delivery." Says, "Well, what's in the order?" Just checking. And then you hear a sigh on the other side of the door, and the voice of Phoebe Dunstan says, "I'm delivering these 2 big juicy hams." And then Boomer just starts cackling in a hyena laugh, and he says, "All right." And he unlocks the door. Phoebe comes
Actually,
in.
a good one.
All right. Let's see. Phoebe looks around at all of you. Has anybody taken off their hats, or are you leaving them
Oh,
on?
Stack took off his hat.
Okay.
If everyone else will.
Wear a hat, but maybe she doesn't know. And
Well, we can't put it back on today.
If you take it
Well,
off,
good
cancel.
point.
I guess we're taking. All right, if they're coming off, they're coming off. We're taking a day off.
Oh wow. All right, good for you. All right. So let's see. Katrin, it won't let you switch. Here we go. Okay. For my immersion. There we go. All right. Phoebe looks tired. Just bags under her eyes. Looks like she's lost about 10 pounds since the last time you saw her. And the normally cocky and sort of jovial smile is just a grim line. She looks at all of you and she says, "Well, you're looking a fine mess. All right.
Same to you.
Who wants to go first, you or me?"
Well, I think you can see that we were successful at our job as she gestures to Katsawana.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, she looks over at Kosawana and she says, you. And he looks kind of like put off, like, well, what do you mean, me? But she just shakes her head.
And Katrin pipes up and says, "You should not be sending untrained adventurers to that Cradle of Quartz, Miss Phoebe. That place is dangerous."
Yeah, about that. I want to apologize to you. I don't know why I felt that tracking down Kosawana was such an important matter, because honestly, anybody that reckless and stupid going out into the mana waste on just the back of a magical golem, they're as good as dead anyways. Like, all we cared about was his secrets, and I assume his secrets would have died with him. So I just felt like it was the right thing to do. Like, that's what needed to happen. I'm looking back at it, I just feel like such a fool. I mean, wasting government funds and you're risking your lives, and in your case, Mother Ketrin, I guess the risk was taken. I am awful sorry about all that. I mean, it's good that you found him, and it's good that you survived, and
We
well,
lost discretion out there.
unfortunate. Gresham was a good friend of mine, not just as an employee, but she was a great person to talk to, and always had a good story.
What the hell is happening to this city? It seems no one's making logical choices. When we talk to the people at the Archive of Bry, they all seem to be bewildered by their decision to let us go down there.
Katrin sighs and relents a little bit and shares the story of the hag that we found who was manipulating events. It's not entirely your fault, ma'am.
She says, a scalm, a male hag. Wow, this world is just full of horrors and wonders.
Equal rights and all. To be honest, though, I thought you sent this lot out into the desert to get them killed. But now I know that isn't what happened.
Well, now that's not a bad theory, honestly. That's not a bad theory. But no, truth be told, I was convinced beyond any shadow of a doubt that tracking down Kosawana could solve a lot of our problems. But I don't see why, because apparently this, excuse my language, fucking Power Knight is not all that tricky to figure out. I get reports every day of people that are almost there, almost made the breakthrough. I am losing sleep. I am stressed. And then you add to the fact that our agents, sleeper, undercover, active, they're getting killed left and right or going missing. And I know exactly who's responsible for this.
Starts with an L.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only person I can think of who would have access to those names and the means to carry out these grim executions. So, sending you out into the desert might have seemed like a suicide mission. It might have seemed like the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life, but you know what? It has paid some dividends because, congratulations,
We're not 6 feet under.
you're still alive, and you're my only active agents in the city right now.
Well, some of us are alive.
Well, you know how, Phoebe kind of whispers to you, you know, you gotta, even if they're undead, you gotta be respectful. You know how it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, they are neighbors to the south and all that. And then she smiles at you, Ketrin, like, you're welcome here. That's like the smile she gives.
I roll my eyes.
She says, so you're Zanny, huh?
Yeah, don't you remember our audition for the role of bartender a while back? You rejected me, but
Well, it certainly wasn't because you were a damn peer. I just want that to be out on the table. She gives you a smile that says, you're also welcome here.
I had to take a job on an airship.
Yeah, well, I had Boomer run some records on everyone associated with that there airship, and turns out you got a bit of a colorful past there, Missy. If the rest of these folks are willing to vouch for you, we're definitely in need of someone with your specialized skills. And the government of Alkenstar can make it worth your while.
Specialized skills on running away from home and all responsibilities.
You'd be surprised how much of a Venn diagram that overlaps with being a secret agent.
By her seeming reluctance, she had her back in the desert and in the Cradle of Courts. She was an valuable ally.
All right. Why don't you walk me through everything, and then I'll let you know what's happening in the city. So this is when you tell me, what do you leave out of your report?
I leave out all the parts where I failed athletic checks.
Well, I mean, we already mentioned this scalm.
Okay. You also hear off in the distance, in the kitchen. I say the distance like it's the biggest fucking apartment in the world. Yeah, you hear a mile away. No, you hear in the kitchen the voice of Janaya, and he says, Did someone eat my pizza?
Leave out the bit about the whole deal with the dragon part. Regarding feeding future archaeologists to its bridge.
I mean, it's not a bad idea to leave out the whole we risk the whole mission and future of Alkenstar to get a waffle iron.
What about your eyewitness account of the early rising of the kaijus?
Probably will mention that.
Probably know that. Yeah, I think we can tell them everything except like the archaeology stuff. And yeah, the whole waffle iron.
Okay. She listens, and when you get to the part about the dragon guardian, the eldritch horror beyond all imagining, the nightmares, dying, being brought back by a powerful undead, breaking free of his control, and then ultimately reclaiming, in some cases, your mortality via a blessing of a goddess. She says, well, all right. Sounds like you were busy.
Yeah. So you were mentioning that you felt, for some reason, going after Kosawana, though it didn't make any sense. I think that was kind of her doing.
I know. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. I look like a total moron because I was manipulated by a god. I don't know how that's going to hold up in my performance report, but I'll keep it in mind. Ugh.
So what next?
What next? All right.
Should we
So-
hunt down this Loveless and, you know, give her...
Absolutely. But here's the problem. Lovelace has recently put in for an extended leave of absence. Now, this woman, she's a few centuries old. She's been working for the city since pretty much the city was a handful of buildings and dwarves and humans high-fiving each other in the street before shooting each other in the back. So she's accrued quite a bit of paid time off. It has struck everyone who knows her as uncharacteristic, but at the same time, they're very happy for her because woman works too hard. She lets out a long sigh. In her absence, her closest field marshals are running things for her, but they're being pretty tight-lipped and extra careful. Now, what we need to do is track down Muglin. From what I understand, that little shit got himself in over his head financially, and at this point, he's probably willing to squeal in exchange for his life. So, as weird as this sounds, we need to find Muglin alive and bring him in for questioning.
Before we had left, I spoke to one of my contacts. Seems he got himself in deep with Sharkosa.
Everyone make a recall knowledge to see if they want to see if they know anything about Sharkosa.
I already rolled a recall knowledge on her a while back.
Yeah, and you remember that she was a successful and brutal leader of the Golden Gunners. Yep.
Yep.
You can give Eldritch Law a -2 and then take that for the recall knowledge.
All right.
I rolled
That's
it anyways
terrible.
in case there's extra stuff.
Oh, now that you have underworld lore, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so Stack, you and Bella, you recall the same things that Bella had already told you before about Sabora Sharkosa, but also that she is a former pirate captain who got sick of the sea and decided to bring her her pirate ways to Alkenstar, mostly because of her love of gold and guns. Something a lot of people don't know but suspect that you guys know for sure is that she is also a were-shark.
What?
I mean, with a name like Sharkosa, why am I not surprised?
Yeah. It's all there.
One of
Like
the
your
ways
counterpart stack.
that she encourages people to repay their debts to her is by making examples of those who don't, and that involves very long feeding sessions.
That's a scary lady.
Hmm.
So was she always a were shark, or did she like take a dip in the wrong like beach?
Oh, it's rumored that she became a wereshark during her pirate days in the Shackles.
And she changed her name to Sharkosa?
Oh
Or
no,
was
it
she
was one. It
already
was one of
called
those. It was
Sharkosa?
yeah, it was one of those Batman villain things where they already have the appropriate name, and then serendipitously turn into the thing that they already have the
Oh.
name for.
Nominative determinism.
Oh, is that what it's called? Fantastic.
Yes.
It's also called an aptronym when your name matches your profession.
Oh man, these are 3 English words that I never heard, and I'm very happy that I have. Thank you.
That's my IRL situation, so that's where I got that.
Fantastic. Proof that the American public school system works really good. I learned more about English from the German members of our community than I ever learned in school. Thank you, guys. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what you would know about her. You know that she does not tolerate anyone going back on her debts, and that in addition to being a deadly mobster, she's also a dangerous loan shark. See how she did it again? She did it again. Yeah. You have a contact, Stack, who definitely is in direct contact with her.
Oh.
Yeah. Felix the broker. There are rumors that he handles the books for Sabor Sharkosa and the Golden Gunners. All right. So, Phoebe continues and says, now, we're pretty sure the Gunners have Muglin, but we can't figure out where they're located. Apparently, they recently switched headquarters. Something about the old one had mites or something like that. So the new location is only known to Sabora and her inner circle. Now, we know that you know someone close to her, Stack. We could play that angle as well. You willing to reach out to this contact?
Oh yeah, I mean, I love seeing Felix, and he kind of rolls his eyes, but it's like one of those like, I don't really like him, but I kind of like him kind of thing.
Yeah, Boomer says, oh, there's parts of him he likes to see. As private
Oh,
parts.
oh, you. Feel free to join us, Boomer.
Boomer lets out a hyena-like laugh, which either means he's laughing or he's a little nervous. And he says, anyways, Vashon, you all right with inviting this guy over? Phoebe looks at him like, Boomer, is this your first day of fucking work? And then he says, I'm sorry, it's just like, I've never had a place this nice before. Like, I just feel like a hoity-toity rich man. I just want everybody to come over and see, like, look at this. Look at this view. It's crazy. I mean, I'm an inventor. How come I didn't make all kinds of money? Huh? What's your secret, Vashon? Vashon looks over and says, my secret? Well, I mean, I'm brilliant. I've been patenting, making patents since I was a boy. And, I mean, stonks, honestly. I mean, that's, you gotta spend money to make money. You know what I'm saying? Investments. That's the real secret. And then Boomer looks around like, wait, you mean, what about hard work and pulling myself up by my bootstraps? Vashon just shakes his head slowly. Boomer looks like he's getting some hard truths that he wasn't ready for. He sits down next to Mother Ketron on the chaise lounge, stares sadly out the window. And then he whispers to you, Mother Ketron. So, stocks, he's talking about the stuff you make soup out of, right?
No, honey, he's not. He's talking about a couple of rich girlfriends.
All right. So Phoebe says, I do advise you to meet up with your client, your contact, and then see what they know and what they can get cooking for you. I do want to put out there that time is of the essence. If Muglin owes Charcot some money and he ain't able to pay it, well, he ain't long for this world, and he's gonna die with all his secrets.
Have they moved on any of his assets yet? You know what I'm talking about. There's a particular factory out there that is of concern to me.
Well, as a matter of fact, there's been a transference of deeds and bills of sale from Muglin Enterprises to various shell companies owned by the Golden Gunners. One of which is currently employing your little orphans.
Just
Well,
growls.
I mean, Mother Ketron, you know how Alkenstar is. It's a land of fiscal freedom. You know, if your child wants to work, then we can't stop
They
them.
don't want to work, and you know that well as I do.
She blushes and she says, well, I started working when I was a kid. I mean, you know, it doesn't hurt to have a little work ethic, that's all. But yeah, I get it. I know what you mean. The work conditions there are terrible. Kids sewing their hands together and God knows what else. All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll meet up with Felix, and then I probably need something to entice him with because I need a reason for him to not turn me in. I guess he's rich enough; he doesn't need 300 gold. But
Last time you met up with him, he looked at you like a blossoming flower. You weren't.
oh yeah, well yeah,
You weren't blossoming just yet. But what's our bounty right now?
300.
Hmm.
We can run those numbers up. We need to blow up something.
No, Stack. That's not what he's talking about.
Phoebe also says another angle you could take is trying to track down his right-hand man Boots. From what I understand, Boots is unaccounted for, which is honestly pretty impressive because he's a big-ass alligator man riding around on a Triceratops.
Yeah, ask him about Boots. See if maybe we could go find him in exchange for whatever we need.
Well, I don't think Felix wants anything to do with Boots unless you know something I don't. I'm just giving you another lead.
It might be valuable to track down Boots, because I feel like Muglin's probably up to something, trying to save his neck, and Boots would be a good person to be in charge of that.
That little short shit's probably thinking of something.
Yeah, really, that's his best planner. But Boots is his favorite lackey and his muscle.
All right. Vashon says, I don't want Bella going anywhere near Boots. He got a reputation for eating smalls.
Something I am concerned about, but
So do
I
you.
come prepared with pickles.
Kosawana says, what is it that you need from me then? Am I free to go? And Phoebe laughs. Boomer laughs. Stu laughs. Slick laughs in the kitchen. He's currently hanging out on the fruit bowl. If you guys forgot Slick, the most beloved chameleon pet of Vashon Gattleby. Vashon laughs. Does anybody else want to join in the laughter or no?
Oh, Ketron
guys-
definitely laughs.
Oh, okay, all right.
What the
Yeah.
fuck are y'all
All right.
laughing about?
Kosawana's eyes become two dots, his mouth becomes a line, and she says, oh no, honey. You're under federal arrest. And he says, "What? And she says, "Well, I can start listing off your crimes, but I don't know how much more time we got in the day." And he looks around like, "Someone help me."
Bella shrugs.
I mean, the whole reason we went out to the desert in the first place was to get you. So I don't know why you're surprised.
She says, "Don't worry, as long as you are compliant and of use, you'll be well taken care of. Got a government safe house lined up for you."
Zanny would give him a shrug in response, and a facial expression which could translate roughly to, "I can find another Capri Sun."
So to ask, is that safe house still safe?
She says, "The less you know about it, the safer it'll be."
Oh, I ain't talking about myself. I'm talking about Loveless. She's been crossing off people, hasn't she?
I know. That's why we're having to write the book from scratch. And don't worry. We're good at what we do. We just got caught off guard. She utters the words that no one likes to hear in the world of Galarian. Off guard. Kosawana looks to Vashon and he says, "Vashon, please, I can help you. I can I can stay here in your apartment, and I have contacts, and I can help you with crafting. I can please don't
Yeah.
hand me over to them."
Vashon's technically under arrest too. You know that, right?
We're all kind of under arrest in a way.
Phoebe has a smile on her face that you notice, Zenny. It's a smile of someone who has manipulated a person into the exact position they wanted, and are about to flip their Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card. Vashon says, "Buddy, I mean, it's out of my hands. You know I love having you around, and I mean, after all you've been through and put us through, I mean, you know, like, I feel like we're closer than ever, but, I mean, it's really not up to me. You know, I am a VIP, but there's only so much sway I have within the government, you know what I'm saying?" Kosawana looks over at Phoebe, and Phoebe says, "Well, if these wild cards think that you would be of more use with them, then I'll approve it. But I am gonna have to wash my hands of any guarantees of safety that you might have had."
Our numbers have become kind of slim ever since the desert. It might be helpful to keep them close at hand.
Well, I suppose you can stick around. It would, you know, I mean, I can see certain benefits to you sticking around.
Are there any actual debuffs as a result of being your blood source?
He'd be drained all the time, right?
This is like a Pathfinder game. They don't expect people that you hurt to survive long enough to get long-term effects.
Goddamn, bro.
The answer is no, it doesn't have any as-written effects, but I think him being drained one permanently might be reasonable.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should keep you around. So, am I a secret agent now?
Yes. So, I think I already told you guys this before, but you would now or always have had access to the agent of Alkenstar archetype.
I mean, specifically Zanny, though. She a secret
Yeah.
agent now?
Yeah, she would have access to the agent of Alkenstar archetype.
Wow.
Which I think is actually kind of a cool one. Like, it grabs like Gunslinger, Ranger, and Rogue and just sort of mashes them all together, so you get like a little potpourri of options.
Maybe I should
Yeah.
have considered that instead of Rogue dedication.
I mean, I'm okay with you since it's very thematic to the game. Switching archetypes if you would like. So, because I don't think you knew you had access to it with Zenny when you made your
I
decisions.
got a big fucking backlog of things to retrain.
Yeah. I will say this. Moving forward, all of the downtime in training is definitely wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, because you're reaching the point of the crime drama where there was like the slower build up, right? You guys have been doing this for about 2 months now, in game. But now things are happening kind of like, one after the other. One event will kind of lead into another, which will lead into another, which will lead into another.
Reminds me.
There will still be opportunities to do the, whenever you level up, you get 7 days of downtime. But beyond that, it's going to be pretty tight. Pretty tight.
Is it possible to hero point an earn income roll?
Yeah, I guess any D20 roll that
Okay.
doesn't have a fortune tag on it or misfortune. Except, well, no, because yeah. All right, there you go. Made a little bit of money. That's cool.
Walter would ask Phoebe if they still have their connections for getting materials.
She says, yeah, you're gonna be managed by Boomer. I have a lot going on at the higher echelons of government right now. We're trying to put out fires and save whatever remaining agents' lives we can. So don't let his jocularity fool you. He's very, very intelligent and skilled operative. And he stops picking his nose. He eats the booger. He licks his jowls, and he smiles at her and then at you guys. All right, so sounds like you got your hands full. You have anything else for me before I head out?
I don't think so.
All right. And she heads out.
This occurred to me that moonlit chain that we have is now useful when we eventually inevitably fight Charcosa.
Be right back. 'Cause it just said that I ordered some food and it said it got delivered. And I'm just like, it did? I'm gonna go check.
All right.
Surprise food.
Walter's looking to purchase a couple of things.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see.
Look up what those are.
Obsidian goggles.
They give dark vision.
They're a level 5 magic item. You guys are level 7. So yeah, this is within your means to get. That's fine. Because it's 2 levels lower, right, for magic items. All right. Dark vision scope.
I think you also said if we could justify it, then it's possible.
Alright.
I think those goggles give a +1 to perception, which
you don't even have to justify it because they're within 2 levels of your level. So.
Oh, I thought it was 3 levels.
Was it 3? No,
I also think it was 3. But
Really?
that was initially, but when we became like quote unquote secret agents, we were able to purchase at level if we could justify it.
Yeah.
If you could justify it. Okay. Alright. And then let's see. And the last one is clockwork grappling gun, which shouldn't be an issue because that's
It's like a level 1 item, I think.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, all those would be approved. You can spend the money on them.
Alright, perfect.
That reminds me.
Yeah,
I think I can just clear this. We're 3 levels over this now. I want to get a pair of alchemist goggles.
Alchemist goggles.
So I have an array of eerie jewelry and valuables. I would like to be selling that.
Okay. Because they are the like miscellaneous treasure, they would just sell for their listed amount.
Yeah, so they sell for 300.
Yep. All right. Anybody else have any things they need to take care of before you start to either come up with more leads or pursue one or both of the leads that you were provided?
Do you guys want to split up and do both, or
No,
no? Okay.
no splitting. I'd like to do both, but together.
Guess that's a team. I guess that's.
Right. Okay. Kosawana tries to tell you that he's at his best when he's not out in the field. He can hold things down at Vashon's apartment, and using his connections and skills, he could be the one that gets you guys equipment that you need.
You're saying
Honey,
this?
that is literally Boomer's job.
Yeah, well then he suggests that Boomer could go with you guys, and he could be, you know, watchtower. You know, he could be a Overwatch tower.
I'm fine with this.
Boomer says, how do I know you aren't just gonna, I don't know, like, fucking
Take the money
leave?
and run.
Yeah, I mean, he turns around and he picks something up and he spins around and he holds it out like fucking baby Simba, and he says, like, you know, your robot baby. Yeah, that's right. I got your robot baby here, Kosawana. Hey, it's your baby. Here you go. You made it. Kosawana looks terrified as Boomer, who even hunched over is well over 6 feet tall, starts menacingly approaching him, brandishing the robot baby. Sweep Up says, Kosawana, you have returned. I would feel happy that you are okay, but you told me robots aren't allowed to have feelings. All the color drains from Kosawana's face. He looks like he's going to pass out. It could be from being drunk on by a vampire too much. It could be the consequences of his actions coming home to roost. Boomer says, "Oh yeah, I mean, if you stay here, if you're the Overwatch guy, you got to keep track of this baby robot, this rambunctious street urchin. There's a fucking cat box you got to clean. I don't know what to do about Potato, and then we got this. The lizard's okay. So yeah, I'll trade with you, sure." Kosawana says, "I am ready to go out into the field."
Now, hold on. What are you both bringing to the table?
Let me check.
Bell makes intense eye contact with Castle and like, remember, if you try to leave, we tracked you down in the Mana Waste to find you. I will find you at any corner of this world if you run away.
Oh my god. Alright. It seems like risking his life out in the field is preferable to having to deal with
Consequences of his actions.
yeah, robot baby. Alright. So Boomer's is pretty good. He's explosive expert. His passive is called Get Down, Mr. President. +1 circumstance bonus to reflex saves. It's pretty fucking good.
That's a passive ability?
Passive. That's a passive ability, but you do have to remember to add it because I didn't make like a buff or anything. I guess I could make a buff, but I'm like really lazy. I don't know. Then we got activated as a reaction, explosive crit. When you critically hit, any dice that rolled the highest result may be rolled one more time. Add those rolls to the final damage. The extra dice that you roll are not doubled. They're just like a little bit more damage on top.
That sounds really good.
Mm.
Those are really good B team abilities. What's Casawana bringing to the table?
Okay, so let's see. Kosawana is his passive is contagious narcissism. Okay. So with contagious narcissism, you get a +1 passive. You get a +1 will bonus. I guess it's circumstance. Against mind control, or sorry, mental tags. So anything with the mental tag. And then his activated is reaction, avoid the consequences of your own actions. So if you become the target of a strike, you can have the strike target an adjacent ally.
You had me there for a minute with the will buff, but
I mean, that's arguably Ketrin's job. That's
Right?
literally what she does.
Well, you asked. That's what they got. So you could only have one of them. Do you want Boomer or do you want Kosawana?
I feel like Kotswana's more story appropriate, but otherwise I have no preference.
I mean, Boomer's like, look at him. He's adorable.
I mean, it'd be good for Boomer to just, like, you know, stay where he's nice and safe and well fed.
All right, we'll just do a poll real quick then. Does that work?
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. We use the letter L for polls. There we go. All right. All right. And we'll only allow 1 vote per person. Create. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh man, 4 for Boomer. Okay. All right. Kosawana trying to figure out the best or the worst, the best scenario. He's just like, all right, fine. Also, there's a lot of smoke. Hold on. Until we get to the apartment. The pizza must be on fire. Immersion. Let me turn the clouds off. There you go. Okay. So Kosawana will stay here. Janaya, who may or may not be an Alkenstar agent now, will talk to Boomer and keep an eye on him. All right. Good stuff. Okay. Did you guys want to activate Potato as a B team member or no?
do we have space for them?
Our
What?
potential's still there.
You also have your friend Gert, who is not currently present. So I don't know what happened with Gert, but
I may go look later.
okay. But if your B team would be what? These two, and then Vashon, okay, and then
Sid?
Sid, okay. You can have up to 5 people, so I mean you could
I
take.
mean, I like the
Potato.
look of Potato.
All right, Potato.
All right.
Get off the bench.
Potato looks over at you. Eh?
coming off the bench, little buddy.
It's time for Potato to prove his worth to everyone, including you and Potato self.
Yeah. I mean, it's either you or Slick, so let's go.
Oh man. Alright. Let me see. What is his special ability? He can throw crates.
For God's sake. Too bad, that was brutal when it was easy.
So he gives you access to heft crate. There you go. We'll scale up the damage and the DC of the ability to be more appropriate for his 7th level creature. But that is his active. It costs 2 Pac-Mans, but if you are near a crate, you can heave it up to 15 feet.
Sick. I mean, it'll be useful for the next inevitable swarm fight, so...
His passive is pretty sick, though. His passive allows you to speak with animals... speak with plants, but only vine plants. So, okay, it's not that good, but still. You can have crates, so... Alright. Speak with vines. I mean, that's pretty good.
In a city? Yeah.
Alright, fantastic. Okay, so Potato joins your team. He's going to stand out a lot, probably. There's not, like, a ton of Leshies in Alkenstar, but that's fine. Something about it being... Well, there's a lot of cactus Leshy, but there's not a lot of, like, lush, sort of, like, jungle Leshy. Alright. Man, what a B team. What a B team. Love to see it. Alright. So what now, y'all? You have your B team assembled. It's still early in the day. The kitchen fires. The kitchen fire's been, yeah, the kitchen fire's been put out. That's good. So I do have a secret timer on the calendar. You have a certain number of days to find Muglin before you will not be able to find Muglin. But I am not able to reveal how many days that is. But I will tell you that it is a tight window.
Alright guys, let's make some mundane disguises and get out on the road.
And that you know that one of my toxic traits as a DM is making content unavailable through timers. So,
yep.
My number...
It was my father's greatest fear.
In a recent survey, the number 1 was enforcing encumbrance. My friends and family group straight up told me to my face, well, we're not going to track our encumbrance. Can you... the audacity.
Good for them.
The audacity.
Weeps and curses Strahd.
Honestly, that's the hardest part of Curse of Strahd, the encumbrance. They don't got no bags of holding over there. They got no spacious pouch.
As it made very little difference for me.
You know what spacious pouch they have? When their intestines get removed from their stomach becomes a spacious pouch. That's how they got it over there. All right.
On their second wagon.
Only a second one? Dang. Good for you.
I imagine it's not going to be the last time.
So,
Man.
what lead do you want to pursue? And a point was brought up. You don't have your hats of the sky since you took them off for this cool meeting. Despite Bellanora's warnings.
I mean, we could just wait till dark.
Okay, so I need to figure out Felix's like schedule. Like, how did I meet him for the first time?
Well, for a while, you were a very successful gambler. And you also wanted to get into stonks, and so you were like, I should find an investment advisor, like a financial advisor. So that's how you met him, right?
Right. Yeah, I guess I need to figure out how to like
contact him.
Yeah,
without raising alarms. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, without raising alarms. So to say, like, where his office is.
Yeah, I know where his office is.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time you met him was in a public place.
Yeah. They have a lot of great things here in Alkenstar. They got video cameras, they got photographs, they've got cars, motorcycles, robot horses, dinosaurs, That last one I just threw in because I like that part. You can send a telegram from like to him.
Like from this apartment?
Is there like
Well,
a telegram machine in every apartment?
Bella, only the most wealthy and well-to-do citizens
Yep,
would have their
uh-huh.
own telegram machine.
You mean
So
like
yes.
a beautiful apartment in Skyside?
Yes, so Vashon does have a telegram machine, but it will, well, it's gonna
Yeah.
be coming from Vashon's apartment. It's
Good
probably
point.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah, break into another apartment.
It was still coming from the building. Okay. So you have there's also the more traditional, like old-timey way of just like sending a messenger.
Are there phone booths equivalent?
There are like on street, like there are shops where you can go in to send messages. Yeah.
All right, well, let's put on some fake mustaches and
Okay.
get to it.
All right. Vashon likes where your head's at. He opens one of the kitchen drawers, and it's just full of fake mustaches.
He pulls out her mustache glue.
Okay.
How often have you eaten these?
There is an item. I don't have the recipe for. I could buy it probably. There's a new item I have access to called Sovereign Glue that has a DC like 50 to remove things.
I mean, Ketrin's mustache fell off, I think, at during one of your adventures, so that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, Katrin's just gonna like try and stick to the shadows.
Okay.
Tamp down her glowiness.
Boomer says, "Can't we just, I don't know, put you in like a jar or something?"
No.
Well, I mean, you just, a cloud, right? Like, we just compress you into like a jar.
Walter is standing behind Ketrin
am I-
and is just doing the no. Stop it. Please stop it.
I mean, look, I'm just saying. I mean, when a ghost dies, they turn into ectoplasm, and that's kind of like jelly. You know what I'm saying? Jelly goes in a jar. I mean, have you tried to get into a jar yet?
I'm
know,
just
hoping
like,
some-
there's an eye.
I
like, a
saw
corner
one
of
in the
my eye
kitchen.
is
Hold
twitching.
on, I saw one in the kitchen. It's a big one. It had mayonnaise in it.
So his time on the B team was short-lived.
All right. Listen, just focus on the jar.
Can you fit in here?
Oh, whoops.
It'll be cool because then if we need you, we could smash the jar on the ground and be like, Mother Ketrin, go! Shield attack now!
Oh, I like him
Smash the
already.
jar.
Kind of hoping you smash it over his head.
Yeah,
You knock the jar out of it. You smash the jar perfectly in his hand, so he's just holding the bottom of the jar now. And he says, all right, doesn't look like you're able to fit in the jar. That's fine. You were looking a little too beefy. That's fine. All right. Well, let's go. I'm sure we won't be noticed with a plant boy and a ghost lady.
I think I did a good job making a disguise for myself.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that Bellanora or a third string Mario Party character? We don't know. Like, that mustache is on point. All
You
right.
got her best Daisy outfit.
I was gonna say Belliario.
Do you have like a full-on like mutton chops mustache? I feel like with a 36. I mean, technically I'm supposed to roll it secretly, but I like the gumption there. I like the gumption. All right.
Ugh. So
You guys disguise up, I'm assuming. And then
Yeah, I guess I send a telegram to Felix telling him a place to meet up at. Like I sign it with like a little like spade like card symbols at the bottom. And I guess you'd say like the usual spot, and I guess it would have been that like restaurant or cafe he was at when we last met him.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna want to scout the area first, make sure he's not setting up an ambush.
Oh dang! This saying you can't trust your contact?
I don't know if I should be seen with you guys when they out about, because
Yeah, they don't know about you yet, so
they don't know about me.
Well, you
And-
can just get there early, sit at a next door table.
Okay.
You're minding your own business.
Yeah, because you're gonna inevitably blow your cover is a thing, and then I will have been seen before you before you recover, and then they'd know that I'm with you.
Oh.
So I think that I should just be like, I don't know, around. Maybe I'll follow you about town, a spooky figure in a cowl, because I don't want to like ignite in the sun.
Now all that checks out.
So-
All that checks out. Yeah.
Yeah, so
How
I'll
is the
just follow y'all around.
Can you go into a restaurant if they don't have a hostess to welcome you in?
I'm sure that's superstition. It ain't in my stat block, so.
I'm glad they thought of that.
I mean, maybe. I don't.
A 5e vampire definitely couldn't go into a reservations only restaurant.
Yeah, but they also didn't automatically become fleeing the moment someone brandished the cross.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's just fascinating to me the different types of vampires there are in the multiverse. All right. So what does your message say that you send off to him?
Oh, it's like your favorite yeah. It's like your favorite gambler's back in town. I got some information that'd be mighty valuable to you, and hugs and kisses, like XOXO, and then he just heart symbols.
Jesus.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so the person working the booth, they're like, are you gonna wait around for a reply or
No, he got it. He got it.
Oh, all right. Well, that's gonna be 5 silver.
Oh, sure. And Sack fishes out 5 silver. And it's like,
Okay.
do you charge all your friends to use your telegram machine?
The clerk looks around and says, "I don't see any of my friends."
Fair.
All right. You what time did you arrange for the meeting?
Around noon. Actually, no. Let's do late. Like dusk.
Dusk. Okay. All right. I'll advance the clock to dusk.
Was this the same restaurant as before?
Should be.
All right. Vulture will head out before and kind of just scout the area. He won't travel with the rest of you guys.
Okay. I will ask you guys for some exploration actions then. Let's see. If I just grab everyone and hit the button, it should all work out. Oop.
Is anybody going to be avoiding notice and I can follow the expert?
Denny, did you make a get down Mr. President buff?
I'm working on it.
Oh man. Hero.
Currently,
Huh?
it currently
I-
just asks every time you do any save rather than just automatically applying specifically to
I mean, it is a circumstance bonus.
circumstance. Okay.
So before we leave the apartment, can I share waffles with Walter?
I mean, that's up to Walter.
Sure.
Belle's gonna make you fat. We're gonna be doing this every morning.
Whoa, hold on now. While the waffles were good, I'm still trying to watch my figure here.
But
Alright.
I'm gonna follow the expert on culture.
I'll move the Babysitters Club over into the corner. There you go.
Wait, you're searching. Zenny, are you an expert at void notice?
I am not.
Well, in
'Cause
that
I
case-
was gonna go scout ahead, but I mean, do people want that, or do people want to be
Are you
avoiding?
Are you an
notice?
expert? Are you an expert in perception?
I am. I am a master in perception and master in stealth.
Oh wait, are we at master level abilities now?
I am.
Should be. Yeah.
I
That's
am.
I thought all the classes leveled up equally like that.
Well, you are able now to get master in something, yeah.
Yeah. So Gunslinger's got master in perception, and one of my things got master in stealth.
Okay, I have upped Potato's Heft Crate. It now has a DC 22 basic reflex save against 4d6 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And it creates difficult terrain.
Vulture will stick with the others. So if anyone's following the expert, they can do so.
Okay. All right, Ketron, are you hanging out with Team Vulture, or are you going to be Team Zenny, which is to say around but not actually around?
I mean, to avoid following, to avoid attracting notice, I will just be around, sort of haunting corners. Because, if there's anywhere people expect to see a ghost, it's like a dark corner.
Yeah, Boomer had the same idea. He's like, hey, we can work together! And then he says, I'm sorry about trying to put you in a jar. I didn't know you was claustrophobic.
I just glare at him.
All right. So, you arrive at the coffee shop. And
A very nice coffee shop.
Right? I mean, it's Skyside, bro. Everything's nice in Skyside. All right. You find in a back corner booth Felix the broker.
Oh. Yeah, Stack plops down.
All right. So Stack, what is your disguise? Just so that we have a sense. Are you just also wearing a fake mustache?
Yeah, it's a fake mustache. It's the last time.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, with that, this was out of the kitchen drawer disguise kit collection. So, give me a deception skill. No, it's off of your passive deception skill, right? If they try to fool you, you need to use the disguise kit in order to impersonate someone using deception skill. You can replenish. All right, yeah. So I think it's him trying to figure out what's your passive deception.
Is that just the overall roll?
The roll plus 10.
Deception. It would be 19.
19. You have a plus 9 to your deception?
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, it should have, yeah, plus 9.
Oh, wow. I thought you were, like, better at deception. Okay. Felix, he eyes you as you approach, and he gives you a nod and then motions for the booth.
Zach walks over.
Okay. You can see that there's plates of ham and cheese scones and a pitcher of coffee on the table.
Oh, late night snacks. Don't mind if I do.
Okay, yeah. He says, "Well, I've seen a lot of bad disguises. That fake mustache is, well, it's like a rat died on your face."
Speaking of, well, never mind that. But so Felix, how are things?
Things are a bit topsy-turvy right now. I've got a lot of plates spinning. I can't afford to let my guard down. You gotta understand the sort of risk I'm taking showing up for a meeting like this.
Well, if everything goes well, there's going to be a pretty sizable power vacuum in Alkenstar. I'm pretty sure you could take advantage of that pretty easily. And
I don't have any designs like that. I'm just a businessman who's in the business of business. So as long as the economy is doing well, so am I.
Fair enough. Well, We're looking for a couple people. You never know where Muglin's having out, do you?
I'd be a little careful about dropping that name around town. It's a hot topic right now. A lot of people got left high and dry or unemployed by some recent and swift changes of ownership over certain Muglin enterprise properties, businesses, and establishments. There's blood in the water, and the proverbial and literal sharks might be closing in on it.
Oh, speaking of proverbial sharks, do you happen to
Say
know
no
where?
more. I know why you want to meet if you opened with the M word. Yeah, she's got him all right. And she ain't gonna let him go. But my understanding is there's a desperate gamble. He has somehow, with that silver tongue of his, managed to reach her golden heart. They're trying to pull a heist tomorrow night.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
where at? Where?
Ooh, some valuable information. Here's the thing. A client of mine is going to be the target of this heist, and she's a smart girl. She wouldn't be keeping too much valuables on hand, so I think that this is going to end up being a bust for Muglin, like everything lately. But I wouldn't want her to get hurt. Now, I could try and tip her off to what I know, but then I don't really want to be the kind of guy that people start to depend on.
Oh, like,
So, hmm?
I said, like little old me, like.
Yeah, exactly. Then you get a bunch of telegrams that you don't want to deal with when people start to think you care. Now,
Ooh.
what if you went in my stead and made sure that their heist didn't go as planned, and you minimize any damages, casualties, and whatnot, and make sure my very special client is kept very, very safe and very, very alive. Now, I doubt they're gonna let little M out of his golden cage to go on this excursion, but they're definitely going to be sending some qualified personnel, and by that I mean people that know what's up. If you could get a hold of some of them, maybe knock them over the head, I don't know what you do. You could ask them, where's your boss? Or take a more subtle approach and let a few of them escape, follow them back to the net.
It's a very there's some good options. I'll have to consult the team about that. So I'm assuming this doesn't all come freely, or if it does,
Well,
anything-
that's the thing. I got a soft spot for this one, and she's a stubborn, pig-headed bitch. That's for damn sure. And it's served her well, and will continue to serve her well. And as long as she's doing well, I'm doing well, etc., etc. So you actually came along at just the right time, because I'm not exactly sure how things are going to play out, and you're way more expendable to me than some of my other contacts.
expendable. He like looks fake shocked. Hey, I don't know if
So,
any of your other contacts that have 300 gold bounties, but
oof, I mean, them some rookie numbers. Now, here's the thing. If you manage to stop them from robbing her blind and keep her alive, we'll call it even. If you don't, I'm gonna put this information on your tab. and a notation about your ineffectualness.
Oh. I'm sure that's fair. Have I ever
Alright.
let you down before, besides those other 3 times?
Like I said, expendable. Alright. You heard of the Steaming Kingdom? It's an unfortunate name, but it's a real nice joint. You may give me a society or just a recall knowledge, because that'll roll all your checks at once.
Okay. Try society.
All right. So you know that the Steaming Kingdom is a basically it's a spa, like it's a tavern spa dance club. So you go there, and there's food, there's drinks, there's exotic dancers, and there's a spa where you can get massages and salt bath and essential oils and all that. It's a real fancy place. It is run by a dwarven woman named Vivel Ramsley. And Vivel Ramsley is a real bad bitch. She's got some underworld connections, but she's also got some very high up connections in the government. That is because she has back room VIP services, and is known for her discretion. So a lot of times, big government deals are made sort of behind the closed doors of the VIP rooms of her club. It is located in a part of Skyside that was deindustrialized and then gentrified. So in the earliest days of the city, every part of the city was just industry, with residential not even being a consideration in the city planning, right? It was just like grow, build, consume, develop, invent. As wealthy organizations, families, and individuals started to rise up and take prominence, they pushed for restructuring of the city and then essentially segregation of the rich and the poor using the river. So this area used to have and still does, a series of underground sort of basements, warehouses, and bunkers. Places where they would keep things, safe and protected against mana storms and lockdown and stuff like that. It is said that a lot of it was government owned, and so there are sort of access tunnels that sort of weave back and forth between the different streets and boulevards in that entire district. In order to have sort of a speakeasy vibe, the Steaming Kingdom is built in one of those refurbished basement warehouses, so it is below street level. That does mean that the area that it's in below street level, that there could be a lot of access to the place via old tunnels and things like that. The building above the club is a sort of a high-rise apartment building, and Ramsley lives in the apartments above the place. So that's sort of the idea, and like the whole area is just really bougie, just like gardens and flowering trees and all that stuff lining the boulevards, and there are street side shops, but then there's like a quaintness to there being sort of an underground mall sort of situation. So there are a lot of like underground below street level shops and services.
Oh, cool.
Yep. And then when this information is shared with the group without needing to re-roll any checks, those of you who have rolled high society before, you know that Vivel Ramsley is one of Ambrose Muglin's financial rivals within the city.
Well, I better get to work.
All right, well, I'll know one way or another how things turned out for you. So, keep that adorable nose clean and try to stay alive out there.
Will do, boss.
Oh, and here, he slides a ham and cheese scone to you, and he says, you need to eat more. You been out in the desert or something? Looks like you lost 20 pounds.
Yes, actually. Yeah, he scarfs it down. Like
Okay.
first real food in a while.
While this meeting is going on, Team Walter, as you guys are sort of like keeping a perimeter and like keeping a lookout and stuff, you do see that this being Skyside, there's a lot of private security, but there are also some very well-dressed and well-behaved shield marshals on patrol as well. And Skyside definitely has that sort of like steampunk fantasy city vibe, right? Where they will build like a new district over like an old district. So it's not like Coruscant from Star Wars or like this Sharn, the city of the Tower
Eberron.
City or whatever. Yeah, from Eberron. But it is like there is a lot of just walkways and verticality to the construction in this area. And unlike Smokeside, there are attempts to have like parks and trees and nature and things like that in the area. You guys are not given much mind while you are scouting about. One of the patrols does slow down to sort of like look over at Bella, but then they see that handsome mutton chops and those bushy eyebrows, and they shake their head and they keep walking. All right, Zenny, you just have a really nice well, I don't know, vampire. Well, I don't know. I guess you can't. You can still enjoy some coffee or something. Do you just hang out and watch from across the room this conversation?
I mean, maybe she'd just like say that she's gonna do that and actually just do some gathering information of her own
Okay, fair enough.
and just sort of like not watch the party where she's supposed to be.
Oh, damn. All right, is this character as good at gathering information as
No.
discretion was? Oh, no. Okay. All right.
I don't think I have that.
Okay.
No.
All right, and then Ketrin, you're just lurking nearby in case things go south?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. It's during that awkward time with Boomer that he talks a lot, but he does finally turn to a topic that isn't problematic, or well, maybe it's still problematic, or overly obnoxious. And he says,
Yeah, so your dossier says that you ran that orphanage. I would just want to say it's appreciated. The kids, the cubs, the pups of Alkenstar, they just it's hard out there, It's hard out there. I was an orphan myself, and being a colo and an orphan, I mean, it's tough. It's tough life here, I had to get by. I was actually hired by a alchemist to test explosives. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't find your way to my door.
I think it all worked out in the end, but I gotta say, that Muglin, he's a real scoundrel. What are you really just gonna hand him over to Phoebe? He'll use that silver tongue of his to talk his way out of it. He'll turn on everybody, and then he'll just be back at it, no doubt. He's got too many connections.
You forget that I have already died. I just come right back for him.
All right. So he's only gonna get a little bit of a reprieve, because you ain't gonna let that go. Alright. Hey, oh, is that why you're a ghost? Because you want to kill Muglin?
I mean, I gotta get my children back.
Oh, should we time it? No, I mean, I don't want to, like, endanger the children, but, like, do you want to, you want us to time it so, like, we don't get the kids back until you finished everything you need to do? I feel like you could kind of skirt some of the rules here of the ghost land or whatever.
Well, no, they're still gonna need protecting after I get them back.
Oh, wait, that's awkward. When do you get to stop protecting them?
Stop.
Well, yeah,
What
I
do you
mean, they're gonna grow up though, right?
Well, yeah, but then there's more kids.
Oh
There's
my God.
always more kids, honey.
So you're just gonna give up on the afterlife and just take care of orphans forever?
Well, long as they need it.
Oof. He gets very quiet and thoughtful. Like, he can't imagine being that altruistic. Like, he's just trying to process giving up your eternity to take care of other people. It just seems like a lot to him. And he's not, like, making fun of it, but he's also just, like, very quiet, like, trying to think, like, how would that even work?
But also, Ketrin is very confused because obviously, what else would she do?
Oh, fair. All right. With the meeting successful, you guys reconnoiter out in the streets and exchange information.
Yeah, Stack relays everything, like business as usual. Like, gotta go rescue and stop this heist and rescue this girl. You know, save the bank or save the world kind of thing. See?
So, do you name drop the girl? For
Oh
everybody?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So then, you guys that I mentioned before, like, once you hear the name, you would kind of know more about her.
So, who wants
So,
to
do we
put?
talk to her first, or do we just show up?
Hmm.
I mean, I guess we could try and meet with her, give her a heads up.
And then we can set up an ambush. It's
I
just a
mean,
matter of will she play bait at that point? Because if we tell her, she may flee, and we lose our opportunity.
I mean, how hard of an ambush are we going to need to set up? Because remember, apparently there's a big ass alligator that's out there. Who wants to bet money that's the one who's going to be pulling off this heist from Muglin.
He's a bit of a blunt instrument for such a delicate operation, but, you know, maybe.
Somehow he's avoided detection.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to prepare a pucker pickle. Checks her bag. She's good.
But I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go talk to this lady. If she'll even meet us.
Well, I mean, it is a Saturday night, so they would definitely be open and very, very busy. It is definitely a, like, reservations only, like, kind of place, like members and reservations only establishment.
Well, Jack, you said that your guy knows this
Mhm.
woman. If we name drop him, would it get us to the door?
I think so. So we're here on behalf of Felix, then.
I mean, what worse trouble can we get? He's the one who put us on this.
All right, those of you with training in society, you know that maybe getting, like, oh, I don't know, 5 people in for to an exclusive club for a meeting could work. But trying to get your whole B team in, maybe not. So for this particular encounter, you would have to leave them behind.
Okay.
I mean, you could push for it, but it would be essentially trying to convince them to let you in twice.
Yeah, don't work in clubs. Unless you're flashing around cash.
All right, do you guys head over to that part of town?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Where's the Steaming Kingdom located on this map? It's somewhere around, I want to say here. I don't have a label on the map for it though. But it's relatively close to where you guys already are, so it works out pretty well. Alright, let's see. When you guys arrive, that district is very busy. People are coming and going. And you do eventually find the sort of speakeasy signage and entrance for the Steaming Kingdom. This sign features a beautiful blue, like, songbird, and every now and then it opens its mechanical beak and lets out a lilting sort of flute melody and some steam. You can see standing near the stairs that lead down to the speakeasy is a seasoned guard, her face hidden in the shadows of her wide-brimmed hat. A club, like a billy club, at easy reach. She seems bored, but confident as she smokes a cigarette and watches the night life kind of pass by. It doesn't seem like there's a line to get in or anything, because after the meeting and reconnoitering and walking over, it's about, yeah, it'd be about 7, maybe 7:30 at night.
Oh, that's early club.
Yeah.
They have
Alright.
a kitchen door or anything?
Good question. So, you know, based on your communal knowledge of the group and B team, that, you know, this was an old military industrial section of the city that has been deindustrialized and gentrified or whatever, but that there were access tunnels that connected a lot of the buildings below surface. And then probably below that would be the actual sewer system of the city. It looks like there's only one way in and out of the club, but as you're sort of watching, you do see that a delivery wagon arrives pulled by a dinosaur, and that the two people there approach the guard. They point to the wagon. The guard points to a access panel on the side of the building, and then it turns out that that is some kind of dumbwaiter system. They load the goods into the dumbwaiter, and it, disappears below ground.
Well, who wants to go up and talk to that guard?
We having a idea what we want to, like, say? I mean,
Just
you
that
really
we
want to,
gotta.
like, say that we're here on behalf of that? Didn't you say that they're, like, shows you we're happy to have you do this so that they didn't get tagged to it? I thought they didn't want to be associated.
Well, but
Flashing his name around might be a bit counterproductive, right?
Yeah, I do remember
I mean,
that.
I don't see him here.
Okay, I mean, I don't really care if we upset this thing either, but I mean, it's not my problem. It's your call.
Well, maybe we don't name drop him because he
No?
asked pie.
Okay. So we just need to get into this nice little club.
Might I have any dwarven connection to her that I could try and pull out?
Okay, that could be fun. Why don't we leave it up to chance? All right, so roll the d20, and we'll say on a 15 or higher, you guys are connected in some way that you can then explain to me, like how you guys are connected.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you don't know too much about her. As far as you're concerned, I mean, it's just another Mugland, right? Like another Alkenstar business person willing to take advantage of whoever they need to get ahead. So.
Alright, y'all. Alright, I'll get us in. And Zenith Master Desert's final bloom will try and witch go her way in.
Okay.
She'll just try and, do the whole. Obviously, she doesn't need a reservation type deal.
All right.
Just go
So.
with the
Yeah. So as you approach.
assholeness of the super bitch.
Yeah. All right. As you approach the guard, they see you approach with your entourage. Okay. And the guard says,
Evening.
all right, so give me your confidence roll, which I guess would either be a deception or a diplomacy.
It's hoping for diplomacy, so I'll go with that.
Okay.
You know what, I could just have her be stupid and actually say her actual name and use that out. Instead of
Oh, I mean,
registering.
this woman hasn't even talked to you yet. I'm just checking your confidence as you approach.
Confidence. 34, is that confident?
Oh, yeah. The woman just moves out of the way and, like, unhooks the rope or whatever and motions for the stairs.
After I pass them, I turn around, like, when they're looking, like, in disbelief, like, when Bella gets, if my entourage follows, I assume they can follow.
Yeah, I mean, they're with you.
I, like, do a little, like, sideways jerk of the head, like.
All right, so you head down the stairs, and as you do, you feel the temperature rise and the humidity levels rise as well. You hear just the jetting of steam and the thrum of like machinery as you're kind of going underground. You end up in a very narrow hallway that then turns to the right, and there is sort of a lobby area that's very narrow as well. And you realize that the person upstairs is just sort of the, like, hey, this is the club, and anybody that looks like they shouldn't be here, they get stopped up top. But down here is where they actually do the checks and, all that. So there's another guard behind a sort of a bank teller sort of window, you know what I'm saying? And they say, welcome to the Steaming Kingdom. Your name for your reservations?
I, of course, do not need a reservation.
Ah.
You know who I am?
They look at you, they squint, and they say, Let me I'll roll a society check on my desk here. Hold on. Oh, okay. So they say, I know you're a vampire, and that's fine. They're allowed in. That's just okay. Don't you work at like one of the airships or something?
She would say in disgust.
Okay.
I am Saint as the desert's final bloom, daughter of Dracula, Fademore, Bloodlord of Gib. I am not an airship worker.
Oh, okay.
God.
All right, go ahead and give me diplomacy.
Go dice. Survive.
Oh, all right. Hold on just a moment. And the shutter goes down, and you hear on the other side somebody get out of their chair. Velenora, you know that Zenny is telling the truth.
Gets very nervous at the term Bloodlord.
Mm-hmm. Okay. About 5 minutes go by, and a couple of people are now lined up behind you guys. The window opens up again, and the guard says, all right. I've spoke with the madam, and you are welcome to head on in.
Thank you.
All right, I'll take you guys over to the map.
It's like not the smartest thing for Zenny to do, but also it will have entertaining story consequences. So.
All right, and let's see. Grab some music here. All right. So as you guys head in to the Steaming Kingdom, first of all, is it playing a lot of loud steam jetting sound effects for you?
No.
No? Excellent. All right, good. Yeah, it was real bad. All right. So as you guys enter, a woman with questionable lineage approaches. And she says, "Oh, well, hello there. Are you the Geb noble daughter that we were told about?"
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Yes. Why don't you just go ahead and take a seat right here? And then she grabs an extra chair, and brings it over so that the five of you can all sit down.
I mean, Ketrin's gonna loom in the corner. She's clearly a bodyguard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Weird choice having a ghost bodyguard, but you know.
She
Not
whispers.
when you're a Geb person.
Yeah,
Geb.
she whispers to herself. She says, "Oh, she must really be a noble from Geb. She's got a ghost bodyguard." Well, I've been informed that you are our special guest tonight. Is there anything I can get for you? A menu or And then she smiles and raises an eyebrow. A menu.
She said, "My friends will have the menu, and I'll have the menu."
All right. She reaches into her spacious pouch and she produces menus for everyone: the restaurant menu and then the spa menu. Okay. She says, "Why don't I bring you some Setzer water and let you make your decision about drinks." She heads off. Okay. So it's basically just, what you would expect. She brings back a tray with a glistening, crystalline pitcher of fresh, clean water. But there's also a crystal tray adorned with sliced fruit, and then a small bowl of pink salt, so that you can, doctor your water however you like. She places that down. And then produces little trays that have wet, warm washcloths on them. And she starts sort of setting the table for you guys and says, "Is there any drinks that you'd be interested in?"
Bella orders coffee.
Okay.
With, like, the normal amount of drugs in it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, their signature coffee is the Steam Espresso Supreme, a strong espresso infused with a touch of caramel and steamed milk, offering a balanced richness.
Okay, yeah, that, but with, like, a little bit more drugs.
Oh, okay. Okay. You do see, you know, like at restaurants, they'll have like a spicy meter of like how many peppers.
Yeah.
Like they do have one that's like, how many drugs did we put in this? The Mana Waste Cold Brew has 5 stars for intensity. It's a cold brewed coffee with a hint of almond and a splash of almond milk for smooth finish. The milk is sourced from Mana Waste dinosaurs.
That's the one.
Okay. She says, now just so you know, this could cause hallucinations.
He shrugs.
Sorry, I'm just required to warn everyone beforehand.
I don't think that's gonna stop her.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So everybody orders drinks. Okay. Fair enough. Tonight's special is an avocado and raptor egg salad on toasted focaccia. On the side, a zesty citrus dressing.
That sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Ketchum just stands there looking disapprovingly, as
Oh.
bodyguards do.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because you wanted some of that delicious food, but you're ghost now. But... okay. All right. Yeah. So Sarah just, you know, like treats this like a normal thing. They're just going out of their way to make you, Zenny, and your guest feel like the princess you are.
Yeah, like I think she like lets it go a bit to her head, and she like orders expensive stuff, and
Oh wow.
has
Okay.
them like, you know, put some drugs in like fancy wines, you know.
Oh yeah.
Slumming it with this in this area, right? So
Mm-mm-mm.
fit in while drinking this super light wine.
Fair enough. Okay, you guys, anyone trained in society sees that local pop star Kapiki is here, and it looks like she will be performing live tonight.
So
Don't think I didn't know dust up the top.
Yeah, I was about to mention that actually. So Walter is sipping on his espresso, scanning the room, and then he sees Gus. So he gets up from his chair and walks over.
All right, yeah. As you approach, Gus, the delighted Shuni rancher, who is enjoying a what looks like a cheeseburger, but if it got bougied up, like a bougied up cheeseburger. So it's yeah, it's actually
It's got like arugula instead of lettuce.
Oh yeah, sprouts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got like slices of mango on it. You know, it's just like Damn, that actually sounds pretty good. It's like a Bob's Burger burger.
Yeah, I'm really hungry.
Yeah. My wife loves Bob's Burgers and bought like the recipe cards from all the burgers from the show, and we're supposed to be working our way through them, but yeah. Anyways, all right. So as you approach, this guy looks up and says, "Whoa, hello there.
Evening.
Do you need a seat? I have one. Here you go. I'm happy to share.
Well, thank you.
No, thank you for the company."
He leans in conspiratorially and says,
I feel a little out of place here.
Why is that? You seem to be having
Well,
a decent meal.
I'm a real salt of the earth Shuni. I came to the region to do some dino cattle ranching, and well, we found some weird black ooze on our property. Anyways, a local mogul, he tried to buy it out, and I took the money that he gave me, and I invested it in well, it's gonna sound crazy, but there was a chicken stand right down from the bank, and they said they were looking for an investor, so I did, and then they just blew up, and now I'm rich.
Well, ain't that the damnedest thing?
Oh, and then it turns out that I had my property returned to me because I guess that businessman got in some legal trouble. Well, I didn't want it anymore, so I gave it to my friend Double D. That's Dash Darlin. So she and her new husband, they're tending the land and all that. I'm a city man now, or I'm trying to be.
But you still feel out of place.
Yeah, it's hard.
You and me both.
I didn't know that they wanted me to take a bath.
He looks nervously over towards the spa area.
Demon Kingdom, I thought maybe it was just hot steaks.
Well, from what I
No,
hear,
nobody tell him about the pedicures that happened. Nobody.
Oh my god! A Sunni horror movie is about to be filmed.
Well, from what I hear, this place is supposed to have some good services. So,
Oh yes, the one waitress, Sarah, she's very nice. She's very nice. The bartender, Russell, he seems like a very nervous guy though.
yeah, with a smile like that, I can see.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
And he says,
You want food? I'll ask for a waiter. My treat. Waiter, waiter.
and let's see, a woman comes up to the table who's not Sarah.
He says, "You're not Sarah."
And she says, "No, I'm not." And he says,
My friend here, he'd like to order two. What do you want?
I'll have what he's having. That burger looks
Okay.
actually pretty good.
all right. She says, the Tropicana, of course. I'll bring it out. Anything to drink, sir?
Probably refill on the espresso.
Oh, of course. Okay. And so she drops off the drink order at the bar. She heads off to the kitchen. You guys are getting a lay of the land here a little bit.
Vulture is just essentially taking a different side of scoping this area out.
Oh, okay. Kind of separating from the main group. Gotcha. Okay.
And watching like from a different angle.
All right.
I don't know how well that's gonna get accomplished with Gus talking, but
Right. Okay. Back over at this table. You guys have any plans, or you're like, you know what? Fuck the mission. We're just gonna have a nice night.
I'll whisper to Zenny that once we get our food or something, you need to tell her it's real good and ask to give your compliments to the owner.
I mean, we
Good
can
idea.
certainly do that once we've enjoyed this place a little more. I got y'all in here. I mean, it is lovely, but I think I should enjoy the spa a bit before worrying about
Oh yeah, get a nice spot. I mean, we're here for business, but yeah.
Zenny, do you understand that Muglin might blow this place up with us in it?
He'll do what now? Sorry, I wasn't really part of that whole.
She's
meeting earlier.
she's already got the cucumbers on her eyes. She's
Really enjoying the luxury of your
This
station.
is a really nice place, and they like me.
Can we quickly clear the elephant in the room? You are the daughter of a bloodlord from Geb.
You know, this place really does have a nice ambiance, doesn't it?
yeah, the music and all these nice people here.
Ah, well, distinguished guests too. I don't know him, but it's not so well. I mean, I guess everyone knows Gus to an extent now. But he's here. You know, he's really moving up in society now. And look, there's a wakened rabbit over there.
Yeah, because of Alkenstar's, your work ethic and your wealth matter more than anything else. It does attract a lot of the more unusual heritages that find it, difficult to sort of fit in some of the more traditional or well-established nations and cities of the world.
Alright, well, I mean, if there's like a timer on it, like it's gonna be like, attack soon or something.
All right, well,
Then I guess that.
you know what?
is-
I'll go snooping.
Huh?
You ladies relax.
Exactly. I gotta go speed run the spot. So, yeah. Just if a bomb starts, fuse burning or however, I don't really know how they work. Just shout or cause a wild surge or something.
All right, no, I'm just gonna go.
Oh, Sack, as you're walking through, you see a local renowned gangster.
Oh.
Yeah, Scarface Nickelback.
Okay.
Is something wrong? Is something...
No, continue.
It sounded like your microphone was malfunctioning.
Continue, yeah.
Okay. He's gonna try and roll a perception to see through your incredible disguise. Hold on.
Wait, why do I have a +9? I thought I was expert.
Oh, okay. You hear as you walk past the table.
Well, stack the deck
Oh,
as I live and breathe.
who, me?
Yeah, you.
As he says that, some people from this nearby table, they kind of look over, like, say what now? This
God,
guy especially.
Now don't be saying names you don't know about too loud.
He gives you a look like this, and he says, "Well, you better sit down so that I have someone to talk to."
All right. Well, what can I do you for, fair citizen?
Well, I mean, you could do anybody for 300 gold, I hear.
Ha. Well, is that something that you're willing to bet your life on?
Oh, I bet my life on the regular. But I'm a big fan of this establishment, and Vivel's a personal friend of mine, so I ain't gonna cause no trouble.
Hmm. Well, what's your business?
Well, I was here scouting for an upcoming tournament. It's
Mhm.
a gambler's paradise. Underground fighting pit. Long odds. Dangerous
Oh.
foes. I consider myself to be quite successful in my endeavors since I've just scouted you.
Well,
It's pretty
now I'm
simple, Stack.
interested.
I just want your word as a gentleman that you'll be in attendance.
Well, give me the time.
Monday night,
Monday
9
night.
p.m. It's below the Dirty Fork, Steamside.
Monday night. Today's Saturday, right?
Yeah, it gives you plenty of time to put your affairs in order.
Well, alrighty. I can't resist a good old time.
Great. Then I'll pretend I didn't see you, and you can get on with your business, whatever it happens to be.
Alright.
Though I am curious what a wanted man wearing a shitty mustache would be doing at a deluxe speakeasy spa house.
Well, maybe you should probably skedaddle then.
Oh, it's like that then.
Hmm.
So I guess you can believe what you read in the papers nowadays.
Yeah. Well, maybe, fake news and all that. But, it'd be better if, wanted to keep your top on if you got out of here. And take
Okay,
your
all
friends with you.
Was this an intimidation?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, he's giving honest advice.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. The man, Scarface Nickelback, he says, "I'm of my own mind, and I still have work to do. Well, you better keep a lower profile."
Well, alrighty then.
At this point, Zenny, having ordered the deluxe spa package, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Sarah Sunrise says, they're ready for you now. If you're ready to, well, have the night of your life.
Sounds delightful, and I'll allow myself to be led.
Okay. Okay. Stack. That is a bathroom. The door you're in front of.
Oh, this is a bathroom? Oh, okay.
As is the door to the left. The
What?
door
There's actually
to your
bathrooms on
immediate
these maps?
left, yeah, it opens, and this spa worker, this old lady, she says, "Oh, you're here for the deluxe package? All right, come on in."
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm
she
here
drags
with
you
the-
in. She says, "Oh, you don't look like a princess from Neb, but I'm not one to judge. You young people, with your magics, you look however you want, I guess. If you identify as a princess, I support you. Here, take all your clothes off. No clothing allowed past these doors."
Stack looks around and it's like, I guess. I'm just here to look around, but cool.
All right. This guy says, "Don't worry, you're in good hands.
Oh,
According to this receipt, you're supposed to get everything we have. I
oh.
won't let you leave here until you have experienced the peaks of ecstasy."
Oh.
All right. So as you're walking by this table, Zenny, Scarface Nickelback says, "Well, if it isn't the desert's final bloom, how interesting to run into you here."
Huh?
I feel like this guy has master in society.
Maybe.
Why don't you take a seat? And he,
I got-
under the table, he pushes the chair out.
I'm on a tight itinerary, and that is, well, it's not young. Normally you'd say that that's young. It's not young. I got a whole schedule ahead of me.
Ah, I see. So then you're too busy to take a seat and receive word from home.
Immediately, turns around and heads towards the spa.
Oh, dang. Okay. He says, "Can't run from your past forever. Especially not in Alkenstar." All right, you walk in, and it's
what the fuck?
Stack is being disrobed by this man and this woman, and he's being explained about the great spa package that he's about to receive, and then they open the door. They kind of lead him to the spa.
Oh.
This woman says, "Just a moment. We're dealing with some nobility," and she closes the door in your face.
Hmm. Dang.
First come, first serve.
That's going in the Yelp review.
So is this a normally like? Oh, there's another door.
All right. The man says to the woman, "Do not worry. I will tend to his every need." All right. Then the lady goes to the door and says, "Miss, are you still there?" Oh, she sat down with the mysterious stranger. All right. So you return to the table. Scarface Nickelback has this look on his face when you come back to the table, and he says, so you reconsidered.
Apparently.
Word on the street is you've been hiding on that cursed airship. Surprised you're still alive. But then again, you got a lot of powerful people looking for you. Your father, he's trying to circle the wagons. Something big is coming.
Well, maybe you won't need to look so hard for me anymore. doing some soul searching. For one thing, it was briefly torn out of my body, but I found it again.
He nods.
Well, here's the thing. I'm an enterprising man, and I'm putting an event together. I might be able to pretend I never saw you here tonight, and when my contacts from Geb ask if I've seen you around, it could slip my mind. I would just need your gentlewoman's agreement to attend a little event I have planned. A tournament of sorts.
You want like an honored guest?
Well,
And he gets a mischievous smile. He says,
I was thinking perhaps you might compete. Under a false alias, of course.
I mean,
I know what you're capable of. I could introduce you as a untested rube, and then we could place some bets.
and he dances a coin across his knuckles.
it would be more fun if you introduced me with my full name.
Oh man, his eyes go wide. He says,
That's a bold move for someone that's on the run.
I was on the run. I ain't running no more. They can come and get me for all I care.
Oh, I like that. Well, then I might put you down as the main event. This Moon Day the 5th. The event starts at 9. Get there early. The Dirty Fork and Steamside.
Dirty Fork, that doesn't sound very nice, but I guess. Right, now where's my spot? And she'll wander around, I guess.
okay. Man, this guy updates his
Sarah.
notes. He's having a good night. He's having a good night.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah comes rushing up to you, boobily, and she says, yes? Oh, why are you still out here? Oh, it's this
there was
way.
a naked man in there. Well, not the right
Well,
one.
yeah, everyone's naked in the spas.
Oh, no, it was my...
Here you go. The old lady says, oh, there you are. I can tend to you now. The princess from Neb has been taken care of. And at that point, Sarah Sunrise is like beside herself. She says, wait, there's been a misunderstanding. This is the princess from Geb. And then the spa worker says, how unfortunate. I should have gone with my first instinct. That was a man, a cat man with a mustache. And then she says, oh no. Well, give her the same treatment as you gave the other customer, and we'll get this sorted out. And then she apologizes to you over and over again, Zenny.
As they should. Yep.
Okay. All right. And she rushes off. All right. The spa worker says, all right, I'm sorry. Please, remove your garments. I can assist you if you need help. And we will make sure that you're well cared for.
She will do all of that. Incidentally, I don't think Geb that Zenny ever got like any particularly nice treatments at any point. So she's just sort of pretending that this is normal. It's not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Like you're faking it till you make it, I guess. All right.
Her father was, but not. She was not. So
Okay.
Sarah Sunrise rushes up to the table over here and says,
Small halfling man, and ghost bodyguard, there was a terrible mix-up, but your mistress is being taken care of now. I'm very sorry. Wait, where did the rest of your party go?
Yeah, Bella's just sitting at the table, like pupils the size of saucers, staring into the middle distance, just kind of giggling to herself and eating salad.
No, okay. Just having a nice time.
Mm.
Yes, a very nice time. All right. Ghost bodyguard, are you just like silent and stoic, or do you assuage this poor waitress's fears? Ketrin, I don't know if you're there. No, nothing from Ketrin. Okay.
No, sorry. I just nod and I go back to scanning the room for threats.
Oh, okay. Shit. She's at her wit's end. She doesn't know what to do here. All right.
Hey, Bella looks up at her. She's just like, "Hey, this is like one of the best things I've ever eaten. Like, I just give my compliments to the chef, to the owner."
Oh, I will. Thank you. I'm sorry. I have a lot to do. I'll
Maybe
have.
send them to.
Okay. So. All right. Zenny, you proceed to have an incredible spa experience. Stack, you proceed to have an incredible spa experience. Next session, you will have a buff for what it's worth. Circumstance bonus from having had an amazing spa experience. Bella, you're not really qualified for this now because you're super high. All right. So a woman arrives accompanied by Sarah Sunrise. And Sarah points to the table, and Vivel Ramsley, the quest NPC, she approaches the stoic ghost Ketrin and high out of her mind Bellinora the Savvy, and says, well, good evening. My understanding is that there was a mix-up with your mistress's spa services. Is there an attendant I might speak to on her behalf to sort out this messy business?
Don't worry about her.
Okay. You raised an eyebrow? Like,
the fuck? And she says, oh, well, all right.
Hey, it's okay. It's all okay. I'm sure she'd love to talk to you about
That
it.
ain't really what we're here for, ma'am.
What do you mean? And as she says that, she side-eyes this guard, and you see the guard spend one Pac-Man to put her hand on her club.
We came on behalf of a certain feline friend who didn't want his name bandied about. Your establishment is in danger, ma'am.
Whoa. A haunting specter of troubling insights. Perhaps you and I could speak privately.
Lead the way.
All right. So you head off with her. I guess, Walter, are you're like, you're like on guard, like watching from the table with Gus, and then you immediately just mid-conversation with Gus.
When he saw her come out, he walked over to the table.
Okay. Ketchman, do you vouch for Walter, or does Walter get... All right, so Walter's going too. Bella, they bring you another plate of, what did you order? Let me see.
The avocado toast thing.
Oh yeah, well you ate that already. They bring you out a complimentary potato and dino meat poutine.
Oh.
Satisfying dish of crispy fries, topped with chunks of barbecue dino meat and rich gravy, smothered in melted cheese curds.
Oh yeah, that's halfling crack.
Okay. All right, so you're having a great time.
Which is also
all
possible.
Right. So, the three of you, because Sarah stays behind, head through the kitchen. The guards, there's three of them in the kitchen for some reason, rise up from their places at this table. It's like break room table. And then Vivel says, we're going to have a business meeting. you understand. And then
David, where are you?
who? Me? I'm not David.
Oh no, sorry. I thought I muted myself, and I
Oh
did not.
no.
All right. So she leads you into the pantry, and then as she approaches one of the shelves, it slides open to reveal a secret room. In the secret room. In the secret room, you see that this is definitely like the VIP entertainment lounge situation. There is your friend, the door warden, and he's standing by a door. She nods to him. He opens the door, and you guys go into her private office. And she sits down at her chair, and she says, "Took a lot of balls to come in here and bandy about threats to my establishment. I hope we can get all of that sorted out. ... Next session." So yeah, well, that's where we'll leave off, is with you guys sitting down, and then Zenny and Stack having an amazing spa experience, and Bella having a halfling dream come true experience. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice when you guys have a session where no one drops to 0, everyone gets treated well. This is good stuff. I like this. This is nice. Is there comfy, cozy tabletop RPG? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like that. That sounds
Slice
nice.
of life.
It definitely
Yeah.
ain't Pathfinder.
What was it? We had one for a little while on the server. It was like Outcast of Mitros or something like that. Exiles, Mythic Exiles. That was the name of it. That was a nice slice of life campaign. Making pots, and that's pretty much it. Going fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, good stuff. So you're now in chapter 4 of book 2 of the adventure. Your goal: track down Ambrose Muglin before he is eaten by Sabora Sharkoza. Because you need to know whatever it is he knows about what the fuck Loveless is doing. So yeah, that's what we will be focusing on next week, I guess, or just more fun spa day stuff. That's cool too. Whew. All right.
Savor this moment.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy it. And then the bill's gonna come. That's a whole thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's future use problem. Are those gold flakes sprinkled on your avocado toast? I don't know.
She's gonna thank us for warning her and saving her business.
Oh, fair enough.
That's
She'll be
how
like,
that works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna comp this incredibly expensive meal and double spa package that you guys got. Yeah, that happens all the time.
You don't get it. The wealthier you are, the more things you get for free.
That is true. All right. So while that's I feel good about this. I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like this is good stuff. This is a pretty fun part of the adventure. So it feels very crime like this chapter of the adventure. It's a nice palate cleanser after all that mana waste stuff. So it'll be nice. Quick announcements. There is no daybreak on Sunday morning. Happy Father's Day. There is a lot of Sea of Thieves today. If anybody would like to play some Sea of Thieves today, hit me up and we'll find room for you on a boat. It's a fun game, and it's we're looking forward to playing it. Other than that, I don't think I have too many other announcements to make. My Nightfall game on Thursdays will be ending probably in about 2 months or so. Yeah, they got about 8 or 9 sessions left, I think, in the campaign. And then I'll be taking a little bit of a break, and then I'll be running Whoops All Kobolds, Crown of the Kobold King. So if you're interested in playing a level 1 to 6 Pathfinder game where you play as kobolds and treat a human town as a secondary dungeon, keep an eye out for that one. Yeah, that's all I got. Anybody have any other announcements?
Right, we're doing Tailspin Loop in July or today? I'm ready to do either.
It's definitely July because Leah is in Rome right now.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So it has to wait till July, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's gonna happen for sure.
For sure.
July, for sure. I hope.
No, it will. I cleared out like that whole weekend.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So we had discussed a weekend in July to do it. Okay. Any other announcements?
I don't think so.
All right. Then I hope everybody enjoys their Saturday, and I will see you around Discord, and we'll continue the adventure next week.
Thanks for running.
All right.
And thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.
Bye.